Experts agree that, throughout adulthood, most people should sleep for 7 to 9 hours per day. The amount of sleep needed varies from person to person and changes over a lifetime. People sleep more as children, and gradually need less sleep as they grow older. Getting adequate sleep is essential to good health. Research shows that sleep affects almost every part of the human body. Sleep impacts concentration and learning, metabolism, immune function, and mood. When sleep quantity or quality aren't sufficient, people are at increased risk of health problems like obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and depression. Key takeaways in this video. Always aim for the recommended amount of sleep for your age group. Adolescents benefit from a bedtime routine that avoids stimulation before bed. Consult a sleep specialist if sleep difficulties continue or you suspect a sleep disorder. Sleep recommendation guidelines. The National Sleep Foundation provides recommendations for how many hours of sleep people should obtain at each stage of life. 1. Sleep needs of infants and newborns, 0–11 months. According to experts, newborns up to 3 months old require 14 to 17 hours of sleep each 24-hour period, while infants between 4 and 11 months require 12 to 16 hours. Newborns and infants sleep more than any other age group. Normal sleep patterns for infants change rapidly during the first years of life. Newborns. In the first 3 months of life, newborn babies sleep a great deal and may only stay awake for 1 to 3 hours at a time, primarily awakening to be fed. Infants aged 3 to 6 months. Babies may start sleeping for longer stretches at night, at least 5 hours, with shorter naps during the day during this period. Infants aged 6 to 9 months. After reaching 6 months of age, babies usually sleep for 10 to 12 hours total every 24 hours, including up to 4 naps a day. Infants aged 9 to 11 months. After 9 months of age, babies may sleep for 8 to 10-hour stretches at night without being fed. Research has shown that sleeping well in infancy is important for the proper development of many mental functions including memory, language, executive function and emotional control. When babies don't get enough sleep, there are serious emotional and physical consequences, including increased separation anxiety, an increased likelihood of accidents and injuries, and a greater risk of obesity later in childhood. 2. How much sleep do premature babies need? Premature infants who are born before 37 weeks of pregnancy typically sleep longer than infants who are born closer to their due date. While babies born at term usually spend about 70% of their time sleeping during the first 6 months, premature newborns spend about 90% of their time asleep, almost 22 hours a day. Sleep plays a crucial role in brain development for infants. Over the course of the first year, premature infants gradually develop sleep patterns that are similar to infants born at term. Premature infants are all unique, so their sleep needs are not all the same. 3. Toddlers, 1–2 years. Toddlers between 1 and 2 years old need to sleep between 11 and 14 hours during each 24-hour period. During the toddler years, a great deal of mental and physical growth occurs, including social, emotional, and behavioral development. Lack of adequate sleep can cause serious consequences for a child's mental development, including their ability to control their emotions and behavior. By the time they are 18 months old, most toddlers sleep for long stretches at night and usually only take 1 nap a day. 4. Preschoolers, 3–5 years. Preschool children between the ages of 3 and 5 years old need 10 to 13 hours of sleep per 24-hour period. Because of the significant amount of mental, physical, and emotional development that occurs during these years, adequate sleep is very important. During sleep, the body produces growth hormone, which is essential for growth and development. Good sleep habits in early childhood promote good mental, social, emotional, and physical health. Normal sleep patterns vary widely across children as well, with some regularly napping in addition to a longer period of sleep at night, while others no longer nap. 5. School-age children, 6–12 years. School-age children from 6 to 12 years old need between 9 and 11 hours of sleep a day. Adequate sleep helps children focus and pay attention. Conversely, when they haven't had enough sleep, school-age children are more prone to problems with mental performance, behavior, alertness, and mood. Additionally, getting enough sleep results in improved performance on cognitive tasks. 6. Teens, 13–17 years. Experts recommend teens between the ages of 13 and 17 years old sleep for 8 to 10 hours per night. Getting enough sleep benefits adolescents due to the positive impact sleep has on the production of growth hormone, emotional control and behavior, and cognition, which is the ability to learn, remember, and reason. An estimated 7 out of every 10 high school-aged teens do not get as much sleep as they need on school nights. Sleep is immensely important for teens, and a lack of it has been found to negatively affect brain development. Not getting enough sleep puts teens at increased risk of poor mental health, attention issues, behavioral problems, injury, diabetes, and obesity. 7. Adults, 18-64 years. Most young adults and adults up to the age of 64 need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. People who sleep more than 7 hours per night have a reduced risk for obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, coronary heart disease, and stroke. Getting adequate sleep also improves immune function and mental health. Sufficient sleep during adulthood promotes the abilities to learn, remember, and reason. During the adult years, people often have multiple academic, occupational, family-related, and other demands on their time. This can make it hard for them to carve out enough room in their schedule for adequate sleep. In the United States, almost 30% of adults report getting 6 hours or less of sleep each night. 8. How much sleep do college students need? College students generally require the same amount of sleep as others in their age group. Research has shown that college students are often distracted from sleep by part-time jobs, staying up late to finish a research paper or study for an exam, and television. Research also suggests college students prioritize adequate sleep, because sleep deprivation has been found to negatively affect academic performance. Sleep loss causes learning impairment and problems with focus and attention. All-nighters, when a student stays up all night to finish an academic project or study for an exam, are particularly bad for brain function. Even short-term disruption of sleep has consequences, such as more trouble responding to stress, and decreased memory and mental performance. Older adults, 65+ years. Older adults need between 7 and 8 hours of sleep a night, which may be slightly less than they required when they were younger than 65 years old. Sleep patterns change as a person ages. Sleep changes that affect people over 65 may include going to sleep later, sleeping less at night, more frequent daytime naps, waking up more during the night, spending more time awake during the night, experiencing less slow-wave sleep. Older adults commonly have trouble getting enough sleep. Sleep changes are observed in aging adults even if they don't use medication or have medical problems that interfere with sleep. Both daytime sleepiness and daytime naps are more common in older adults. Understanding how much sleep you need. Guidelines for sleep requirements serve as a general rule for sleep needs. While it is not the norm, some people may be short sleepers, needing less than 6 hours of sleep a night to feel rested. Other people may need more sleep than what is recommended for their age group. In addition to age, sleep requirements for an individual can depend on other factors. Health issues. A number of medical conditions, ranging from neurological diseases to inflammatory conditions, can cause people to feel excessively sleepy during the day or require more sleep overall. Medications. Many common medications, including pain medications, drugs to treat seizures, and psychiatric drugs, may produce sleepiness. Genetics. Inherited differences between individuals can account for some differences in how much sleep they need. Physical demands. Athletes generally need more sleep to achieve peak performance and recuperate from training. Signs you may not be getting enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep can result in physical, mental, and mood alterations during the day. Problems with thinking. Experts consider that cognitive impairment, or difficulty thinking, is the most obvious effect of insufficient sleep. People have trouble remaining alert, concentrating, and focusing their attention on the right things if they haven't had adequate sleep. Feeling tired during the day. A lack of sleep can disrupt a person's 24-hour sleep-wake cycle. Not feeling refreshed. If people do not get enough sleep, they may feel sluggish and drowsy instead of well-rested and alert in the morning when they wake up. Slowed reaction times. The ability to react quickly may be impaired when a person is not sleeping enough. Frequently dozing off. Easily falling asleep while watching TV, riding in a car, reading, or sitting in traffic can be indicators that a person is sleep-deprived. Signs you may be getting too much sleep. More than 9 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period is considered to be excessive in adults. Napping at inappropriate times. Falling asleep repeatedly during the day, especially during inappropriate times, like while at work, while eating, or while talking to someone, may be signs of a sleep disorder. Difficulty awakening from a long sleep. Rather than feeling refreshed, having trouble awakening after a long period of sleep may be a sign of a sleep problem. Being distressed about sleeping too much. While some people naturally sleep longer than what is typical, being distressed by the amount of time they spend sleeping may be a sign of a problem. Too much sleep is associated with a number of chronic diseases, including obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure. However, experts may have trouble determining whether sleeping more is a cause or an effect of illness, since a number of medical issues can cause people to experience excessive sleepiness. Thanks for watching.